Was it a mistake to go to the Salesforce Bootcamp? Did they finesse us? What? Let's talk about it. You already know it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. Your boy is backing out and did it again one more time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you give this a like. Trust me, you're going to learn a lot in this channel. All right. So let's get into it, right? For those of you guys that don't know, right, Salesforce is a CRM and also tool, pretty much has every tool for a business, as far as, you know, even marketing and again, just dealing with customers, chat, like literally they have every single type of application. It's a huge ecosystem. Okay. And if you are a developer and you learn to work with Salesforce, right, and get access to Salesforce, it's going to be a blessing. Okay. No matter where you go, right. If you're going to a boot camp or even going to a job that is actually using Salesforce, that knowledge and those skills is going to really come with you everywhere you go. And trust me, it's going to be a pay increase. So a few months ago, right, I talked to you guys here on YouTube and I said, hey guys, yo, this is a huge opportunity. Basically, Salesforce is having a boot camp, right? It's like a 6 weeks boot camp, right? At a price that is just ridiculous, right? $225. Okay, that's it. Not thousands, not tens of thousands, right? We're talking about $225. That's basically nothing. Okay, I'm being honest compared to every other bootcamp that's out there, right? Because when you go in and you say, okay, I'm gonna learn about Salesforce, first of all, you need to get access to Salesforce. Okay. And that's the biggest wall, the biggest bump you're going to find. Okay. To get access to Salesforce, it takes a lot of money, right? It takes a lot of money to get a license. That's just how it is. This is a big company, enterprise level company. Like you need bread. Okay. So again, if you go to a boot camp, right, there's plenty of online boot camps where they teach you how to become a Salesforce administrator, how to manage the Salesforce marketing cloud, right? But again, the starting point is like at 4,000 minimum, right? At a maximum of like 30,000, right? So, but the minimum is 4,000 starting. So having access to Salesforce for $225 is a steal. You might not see it right now, but I can tell you right now that this is basically being able to go in, let's say to Disney World, right? And they tell you, well, it costs $5. Anybody with have a brain cell will say, yo, hold on. Tickets for Disney is like 200 plus and y'all selling it for $5. There's going to be a catch. Okay. It is what it is. But again, you get access to the park, which is the most important part. Okay. Now, why did I recommend for you guys to go and check this out? Right. The reason why I recommend this is because this right here, this knowledge, being able to touch Salesforce and knowing the platform, knowing your way around the platform, just having exposure to it is very valuable. When you go to an email developer position, right, and interview, right, there's a lot of people who have the skills as email developers, but because they have no knowledge of different email service providers, then they don't get the job. Okay. Like you don't need to have a lot of experience or even like have clients and this and that. No, what they care about is, can you do the job? Do you know the tools? Do you know how to explain what the job consists of? Right? That's the number one thing. Like you're not doing leak code. You're not doing none of this crazy stuff that you will have to do if you want to work at enterprise level company, you know, doing front end or doing full stack, right? What they want you to do is when you go to this interview, right, is make sure that you can explain yourself and explain what you're going to do for the company, right? Oh, by the way, we use Salesforce. If you go in and you say, you're automatically disqualified, right? If you just in there like, you're disqualified. That's it. Conversation's over. You might as well hang up the phone. Okay. So this boot camp, what it allows you to do is to continue the conversation. For some of you guys, I don't know, I know some of you guys is tight on money, but I also know that some of you guys, y'all just don't like to invest in yourself. Y'all just don't believe in yourself, right? $225 is the equivalent, right? Again, I'm talking about here in the U.S. I don't focus on anybody else. If you live in the mountains of Nepal, or you live under a tree in Uganda, I don't know. If you live in somewhere in a hut in Dominican Republic, my home country, like I don't know about that, right? I'm talking about here in the U.S. $225 is the equivalent to you buying some sneakers at the store. This is an investment, right? And again, if you have a bullshit job, it's about 2-3 days of work, right? But it's worth it because you are investing in yourself, investing in this new career that you're going for. Okay? What is it that you're going to get out of this, right? You're getting that exposure to Salesforce. So when you go in and you say, well, I go to CodingPhase.com. I learn how to code, right? I learn how to do emails. I learned through his email marketing for developers, right? How to use ESPs and how to use like ConvertKit to be able to do segmentation and do email automation, right? Now I can also add to the conversation, I have knowledge of Salesforce, which can be an increase of you getting either $75,000 or you getting $95,000. That's a $20,000 increase, which also not only holds you to that ceiling of you saying, well, I'm an email developer, right? And I'm only starting at, let's say, 65, 75, right? Now you're starting at 85, 95. But then it also continues to push you to go to the next level where you can go in and say, well, in 2-3 years, now I can literally go in and start becoming a Salesforce Marketing Cloud administrator. It already puts you in the mix. And we're not even talking about a Salesforce Marketing Cloud engineer, right? So this is like what I'm telling you guys. It's growth, right? It's growth that you're going to have on your career one step at a time. One step at a time. Okay? Another thing that I want to mention to you guys, right? Because again, we don't like to sell you a dream and bullshit you. This is not what we do on this channel, right? I want to mention to every single one of you guys. Number one, I don't make a dime from Salesforce. This is just a service that they provide. And one of my students told me, yo, I'm in this boot camp. Yo, it's lit. I'm getting access to Salesforce. Now when I'm going to interviews, now I'm no longer, just saying, I don't know anything about Salesforce. Now I can continue the conversation. And that student that did tell me this started his position at $95,000. Again, the average student starts at 65, 70, 75. So when I seen him getting a $95,000 job off the fact that he just got exposure, we want to make this clear. You're not getting a certification as a Salesforce Marketing Cloud expert. No, this is the catch. This is what I said. When you go into Disney and Disney has a ticket for $5, you could go on the merry-go-round. You get what I'm saying? But guess what? You know where everything is at. You know where all the rides is at. You know what I mean? You know where the restaurants is at. You know where where the lake is at, right? You have access to the park. Now, if you want unlimited rides, they're gonna hit you. Yo, we still need that $225 from you. And this is what they're doing too. Okay? If you want to get that certification, guess what? You're still gonna have to go in and you're gonna still have to pay $3,000, I think it's like $3,400 to get certified from them, right? And get that certification by taking their, full course. But again, we don't even need that because right now you're trying to get your first job. You're not trying to be a Salesforce Marketing Cloud engineer or a Salesforce Marketing Cloud expert. You're getting hired to roles like this, email marketing manager, right? Where you're gonna go in and your role will start from 75 to 95,000. So now you could demand 95,000 instead of getting the minimum. Right? We're not going for the roles where they're going to pay you 140, 160. That's not realistic, right? So even if you want to get the 3,400 Salesforce certificate and the full boot camp, right? You don't need that right now. You could get that next year once you already start working, where $3,000 is not much for you. For the average person right now, working a bullshit job, trying to get into a new career, $3,000, you're like, wait, hold on, bro. I don't got that money right now. You don't got it. You don't have the budget. I never told you to sign up for that. You know what I'm saying? I never told you that. I'm telling you, this is how you finesse them, okay? You're going to be able to go in and get access to Salesforce. If you don't know how the value of this, I can't do much for you. You get what I'm saying? That's like me trying to go in and tell you, hey, I need a email developer, but I need an email developer that knows about Salesforce. You could know email development, but if you don't know the platform, that company is going to look at you and say, I don't want to sit down and train you. I don't want to go in and spend the next 3-4 months showing you what Salesforce is and how to know your way around Salesforce. We need somebody to produce on Monday. This is what you're covering with that 225. Knowing your way around the platform and knowing what Salesforce is. Again, and another thing too that I want to mention, because I did have some people email me, yo, Joe, I kind of fell behind. I stopped doing the courses on CodingPhase and I went to the boot camp. I never told you to stop learning to code. Guys, even for me as a business owner, right? Forget that me as a friend. Why would I tell you stop doing CodingPhase, right? Which is what you actually need to get the job, and then go get the certification and stop whatever you're doing at CodingPhase. It wouldn't make no sense, right? I would never tell you that, right? I never told you to stop learning how to code. You need to know how to code to build the emails, right? So your job was supposed to be to come in and say, I'm going to do CodingPhase.com. And then on my off time, I'm going to do this bootcamp too, parallel to each other, right next to each other. If you felt like I got too much going on, I can't do too much, right? Because it's not like you're coding on the virtual bootcamp. You're just learning your way around the platform. This doesn't take no mental capacity to be like, damn, it's so overwhelming. I need to stop learning how to code because they're giving me too much. No. You know what I'm saying? I never told you to stop learning how to code to go to this bootcamp. I think sometimes you guys get shit wrong, and then this is why you got to ask questions. You got to reach out to me and say, yo, Joe, should I do this? Should I stop learning to code? I would have told you, no, don't do it. Why? Why would you stop doing that? It's not good for me. It's not good for you. Why would I tell you to do that? You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense for me to tell you to do that, right? I just gave you exposure to something that you can use to go in and finesse your way to get an extra $20,000, $30,000 more on your first job, right? But you also have to have the mental capacity to understand what's happening. If you have no idea what's happening, you need to ask a question. Leave a comment on the YouTube channel. Send me an email. Guys, I answer all my emails. As long as it's something useful and something that's bringing value, and I'm answering to somebody that, especially students. If you're a Diamond member on CodingPhase.com, I answer every single email, okay? But again, did you get finessed by Salesforce? No, they provided you with what it actually told you, what they were going to give you, right? And again, guys, if you still don't get it, why this is valuable, right? Again, This is what you was told that you was going to get. Identify various features, functionalities of Marketing Cloud. Again, at getting access to the platform. Evaluate marketing strategies to lead for lead generation and efforts, right? This is how you go in and you capture the emails. Produce assets related to lead generation efforts, including landing pages, forms, data extensions. Creating engaging emails using industry best practices, customized journeys to onboard prospects, measure relevant analytics and metrics related to the campaign. That's all you need. You don't need a certificate. You don't need none of that stuff. This is just to get the exposure. Same way how I taught you guys how to use ConvertKit. Now you have ConvertKit and you have Salesforce of knowledge of different ESPs that you can use. Excuse my cough. Pardon my cough. Right? So again, you got to learn how to use these things. Guys, I'm being honest. There's people that know how to finesse themselves into a $200,000, $300,000 job and don't know shit. I'm being honest with you guys, right? I've met plenty of them. There's people that I'll be like, yo, that are my supervisors. And I'll be like, how the hell this person was able to do this and that and got into this position? It's the way how you present everything. It's the way how you are able to go in and continue the conversation. It's the way how you go in and you take over a conversation. You go to an interview, right? You learn how to code at CodingPhase.com. Go in and learn the skills of making emails, right? Now, when you go to an interview and they mention, we kind of use Salesforce in here, and you say, hey, man, I actually took a boot camp from Salesforce themselves, and I know my way through the email marketing hub that they have. I can set up emails. I can set up campaigns. I can set up automations, right? Pretty much sell yourself. You're not lying. You're not bullshitting. You're just using the thing that you have and maximizing it, right? But you got to know how to do it. You got to go in and shit, you got to learn how to sell yourself, man. Right? Again, the most important part about this bootcamp is just getting access to Salesforce. Again, only way you was going to be able to do that was working at a company that already knows Salesforce, right? That is already using Salesforce, or you spending thousands of dollars. Okay? Did they finesse you? No. There's no way that they're going to go in and leave, on the table a potential that they could go in and give you, another certification for thousands and thousands of dollars. No, they're not going to leave that bread on the table and be like, yo, we're just going to give it for $225. No, they're going to give you access to the platform, right? But then from there to train you for, getting the certification and passing the test, that's a different story. That's where they make their bread. You get what I'm saying? Right? That's just like any other business. I could go in and I'll use myself. I always use myself just to give you guys a glimpse of just business mindset, right? For example, you come to CodingPhase.com, right? Guess what? For $20, you get access to all the front end courses. Okay, $20. That's gonna teach you HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? React, right? But guess what? To get the shit that's really gonna get you a job, that's gonna get you into positions, you gotta be a diamond member. So I'll give you this for $20, which is about 30 plus courses, right? That gets you started. That teaches you, oh, this platform's legit. I learned how to code, right? But guess what? You really want to get a job? You're gonna need some help with your portfolio. You're gonna need the accountability meetings. You're gonna need the tech accelerator, right? You're gonna go and need access to, let's say, the Shopify theme developer. You're going to need XR development. You're going to need HTML email development, right? All the content editing courses, right? You're going to need all of that. I'll give you for $20, learn how to code. To get the job and for me to do the work with you in that service, I can't do it at $20. I'm going to need you to come in and sign up for either a monthly $100 or save some money and save for $375 for 6 months or 12 months for $600, right? So again, that's just how business is, right? You cannot expect a company to go in and give you everything literally at crackhead prices. What they're doing is they're giving you access to the platform, and then you could be good. I'll give you a great example. Someone could come to CodingPhase.com and spend $20, learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? The basics, right? And then from there, start applying for some junior positions. All they spent was $20, right? Probably 3-4 months, that's like $60-$80, right? If he knows how to finesse his way into the conversation, he'll go to an interview and tell somebody, hey man, I can build anything in the front end, right, for you, right? Answers the questions. Again, it could be a small business, right, or medium-sized business, and all he spent was just $60-$80. But he knows how to finesse his way in and knows how to sell himself, okay? Someone that don't know how to sell himself wouldn't know what to do with access to the platform. You get what I'm saying? So this is the same thing that Salesforce is doing. They will give you that gold membership. But guess what? You want to get the icing on the cake. You want to get the certification. You want to get the training, the how to get a job, how to do this. That's going to happen on the Diamond membership. Okay? That's going to happen on the Diamond membership. And that's just how it is. Okay? That's just business. No one is going to go in and pay for, employees and this, and that. You can't expect everything to be at a crackhead price. Okay? And again, the reason why you will go into this Salesforce Bootcamp is not even for a certification. It's not even for none of that bullshit, because you're not looking to become a Salesforce marketing lead, or you're not looking to become a Salesforce engineer. You could decide that later on, once you have a year, 2 years, and be like, well, do I want to continue with this platform? Right? That's up to you. But right now, your goal is to use this as a way to be above everybody else. Everyone else is going to show up with, I could do HTML and CSS. I could go in and make an email responsive. But this is where you change the game. Do you know the platforms? Do you know how to do the email automations? Do you know how to capture the emails? Do you know how to do segmentation? Do you know how to set up email sequences? Do you know how to use the Salesforce platform to do all those things that I mentioned? Because you could go in and say, well, I know how to do it through MailChimp. MailChimp is free, right? Anyone can go in there and learn how to do that shit. But guess what? Salesforce, that's a big bump that people got to, go over and say, well, do I spend thousands of dollars to get access to it? Or do I somehow get lucky enough that I work at a company that uses Salesforce? That right there cuts out about 80%, 90% of the people that's trying to apply to a job. So this is what the bootcamp actually does for you. It allows you to go to that next stage, where if they were looking for someone that has knowledge of Salesforce, you're now in the conversation. If not, you wouldn't even make it to the second and third interview. And then also, too, not even talking about that, but the fact that you could get a $20,000 to $30,000 increase on your first job. I think for $225, that's a great deal. And again, guys, I don't make a dime from Salesforce. Okay? Definitely don't do this. Don't go in and be like, yo, I'm gonna go to Salesforce Bootcamp and I'm not gonna go to CodingPhase. That's not what I told you. That's not even a good business move for me, right? I told you, hey, use this platform in parallel with CodingPhase, because you still need to know how to do the emails, right? You still need to know how to do the portfolio. If you don't know how to do those things, going to the Salesforce Bootcamp is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. You're not going to be able to get a job with that, right? That's not going to get you a job. So don't think like, well, cool, I could just, I'm going over CodingPhase. He fucked up. He fucked up. He told me about the Salesforce Bootcamp, and I'm just going to go. I'm canceling CodingPhase.com, and I'm just going to use this shit, and I got a guaranteed job. No, stupid. You need to have the skills, and then use this as a way to go above everybody else who also has the skills. So it's two things that you're going to need. No one said, hey, man, stop learning how to code because all you need is just a Salesforce Bootcamp. I never told you that. Please don't do that. That's not good for you. That's not good for me. I'm being honest. Okay? You know what I mean? Like, that shit sounds dumb as hell if you did that, right? And also, too, if you over here, not thinking like what the benefits that you're getting out of this, I just explained it to you 3-4 times in this video. If you still don't get it, don't sign up to the bootcamp, man. There's only so much I can do for you. You get what I'm saying? Don't sign up to no bootcamp. Don't sign up to anything. Again, I don't get $1. I don't know this company. I've been trying for years to see how I could go in and get discounts so my student could get access to the platform, right? Those people don't even answer my emails back. They don't go in. That's a company that they move with money. You know what I mean? They told me straight up, it's going to cost you this amount of thousands of dollars just to get started. And then you're going to have to spend $1,000 minimum for each freaking student that you come in and you bring in. So that's money that I would have to go and pay for each student just so you guys to get access to Salesforce. So again, I don't make a dime from them. Those people don't call me. Those people don't even answer my emails. The last time they said, yo, you ain't got the bread for this shit. That's what they told me, basically, in a nice way. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got the bread for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the dude I told, I was like, yo, listen, I got my audience. There are people that are trying to, get started in this career and this and that. And he's like, yo, straight up, the dude told me, yo, you need to get a better audience because this is enterprise level. Like, yeah. I felt like he shitted on me. I was like, damn, you ain't got to put it like that. Like, we're just trying to do something better for the community. Dude said, yo, you need to get a better audience. Basically, he just said, yo, you need to start getting a bigger audience that got bread. You know what I'm saying? That's what he told me. They don't move without money, bro. It's a big company. This is why they big. You know what I'm saying? Even a small business got to go in and spend thousands of dollars. And for every user, it might cost you $1,000 a year to have that user. Just like, let's say if I work at a doctor's office and we decide to go in and use Salesforce, it might cost me $3,000-$4,000 to get everything set up. And then if I got a receptionist and I have a dentist and I have a doctor, I might have to go in and spend $3,000 because each one of those users will cost me $1,000. So imagine me if I go in and I try to have my own service for for Salesforce. Like, that was the plan because Salesforce is super easy, right? But it's the giving access to new users. That shit costs thousands of dollars, bro. Imagine this. I'm over here telling you guys, hey, man, get access to this for $225. Imagine I come in, I create a Salesforce course, and I go in and I say, well, guys, listen, by the way, you're going to have to add an extra $1,000 to whatever you're already paying at CodingPhase just to get access to the platform. People will be like, yo, you start seeing the numbers going down. Unsubscribe. Motherfuckers don't like to invest, even though it's a good thing for them and to make more money, but motherfuckers don't like to spend no money in this community. Let's be honest. People like to go in and hold. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're holding for, but it's the truth. You get what I'm saying? So again, like I said, the $225 is not much, man. You now can say about Salesforce. You now can say how to use the platform, right? You can now continue that conversation. Before you had access to Salesforce, all you could do was just say, and the conversation's over. Now the conversation continues, and you could continue going in down the line on that interview. Okay? So again, definitely check it out. I still recommend for anyone that have a brain cell and know how to move out here, get it. You know what I'm saying? Get access to it. That's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you don't get it, I can't do much for you. If you still do not get this and don't understand the value that you're getting, just don't get it. This is not for you. You still need to understand how this corporate shit works. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still need a lot of training. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you could do that on your own. Like, don't sign up to anything just because I told you, or because it's Joe says it's a great deal. Don't sign up for it, because if you don't understand what you're getting with it, do not sign up. Don't hit me up telling me, yo, Joe, I'm supposed to get, if I get a certification, it's gonna be 3,000 something. It's like, yeah, like what do you expect? They open the doors to Disneyland, right? You're able to know your way around Disneyland. You know all the rides where everything is at. You know this and that. You got one roller coaster and you got a couple of fucking merry-go-round and Ferris wheels. You get what I'm saying? And you get free ice cream. But if you want to go in and get the unlimited pass, it's still gonna cost you $200+ on Disney World. That's just how it is. It's a business. You get what I'm saying? They don't do that. They don't do that out of the kindness of their heart. Like, man, wouldn't it be nice if we just go and help everybody and just give it for $225? Businesses don't move like that. Okay? It's a starting point. You get what I'm saying? So anyways, guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. Hopefully some of you guys learned some things in here. Some of you guys understand a little bit more about what the bootcamp is and how it works and what the benefits you're going to get out of it and who should not be signing up. If you do not understand anything that we just talked about, or don't understand how you can actually benefit from going to this bootcamp, do not sign up. Do not go there, man. You know what I mean? Because you're just going to waste your money. That's like somebody going in and being like, yo, I'm going to go and learn about, I don't know, Shopify, how to start a store, right? But if you still don't understand how you're going to buy a water bottle for $1, right? And you say, well, I'm gonna buy 36 bottles from Costco, and then I'm gonna flip each water bottle for $1, right? I spent $3 in Costco for the 36 pack, and I'm gonna sell each one of these for $1 online. If you don't understand that concept, you shouldn't try to open up a store. You shouldn't try to sign up to learn how to open up a store, because you still don't even understand the concept of being able to go in and buy something at wholesale and then being able to flip it. You get what I'm saying? If you don't understand that concept, you shouldn't be signing up to that course. Shopify. So it's the same thing with this. Okay. If you still don't understand certain concepts, stay away, man. You got a long way. You got a lot of shit that you got to learn before you even start thinking about signing up to anything. Okay. So anyways, man, it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. I love you guys. Take care. And subscribe to the channel. By the way, guys, if you want to learn how to code, you already know where you got to go. You got to come to CodingPhase.com. Again, we have the gold membership, the diamond membership. The gold membership is going to give you access to all the prerequisites, pretty much everything that you need for the front end. Now, if you want to go in and you want to take it serious and you say, well, I want to get the extra help on accountability meetings. I want to get the extra help from Karen on the HTML, CSS workshop on Wednesdays, right? I want to be able to have people answer my emails. I want to have access to the community. I want to go in and get access to all of the courses and all the different career paths that's on CodingPhase. You want to become a diamond member. Okay, come in. Trust me. This is the best platform that's out here. We don't teach coding as a hobby. We don't sell you a dream. We don't go in and bullshit you. We do exactly what we told you that we're going to do for you. We come in, we teach you how to code. We train you to be able to get into interviews. And then from there, as you go into interviews, you get your job. That's it. The only thing that's stopping you guys from actually getting a job is having the skills and knowing what the job consists of. And that's what we focus on. We only focus on learning skills to get paid, either to get a job or to start freelancing or to build our own business. That's it. We don't do this thing as a hobby. We don't do little Raspberry Pis and clap on, clap off. You could have fun doing that shit on your own. We focus on getting the bag. Okay? So I'll see you guys later. It's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. Peace.